Isn't it crazy? It's crazy that Mrow gets to play the high ground on the weird comments about minors hill, okay? He gets to play the high ground finally. Foodshops is watching Destiny's minor son debate Drew Pavlu, and Destiny raids into Foodshops while she's doing that. But she knows that there's no proof to show that what he said happened even happened.
JSTLK, oh how do we spell it? JSTLK, it's like a secret language, it's JSTLK.
I think Dickers showed some clips, okay? Looks like Mrow's gonna go through some of the Dickers clips right now. All right?
But whatever. Leaks Mrow DMs, calls Mrow bad faith for saying that he justifies the dox of random people who associate with others who dislike Destiny. Mrow believes Foodshops is a spineless hypocrite with zero principles or morals. Zero.
Wow.
Zero. Okay, let's take a look.
Is this before or after you wrap your arms around that toy? This is referencing a fucking edgy joke.
Action Man stream from tonight? What's the deal with the Action Man stream from tonight? Not a drug dealer?
Referencing an edgy joke? That's referencing an edgy joke? Should we see this edgy joke? This is the edgy joke they're referencing.
Okay, 1 second. I'm grabbing some food. Give me a second.
I'm only into the most feminine of the most feminine.
I'm only into the most feminine of the most feminine.
That's what I'm saying.
I need to have a little girl to wrap myself around.
I need to have a little girl to wrap myself around.
Christ, dude.
Oh, like you're like big spoon is what you're saying. Oh, I get you.
I need to have like a 12-year-old.
I need to have a 12-year-old. Oh, okay.
Bro, isn't it crazy? It's crazy that Mrow gets to play the high ground on the weird comments about minors hill, okay? He gets to play the high ground finally.
So that's the joke. That's the joke they're referencing right there. So let's play this again.
Is this before or after you wrap your arms around that toy? This is referencing a fucking edgy joke.
Now, I want to make it perfectly clear. Foodshops, in my debate with them, we spent a...
Anybody who's in this person's chats, anybody who does, like, does content with this person, they need to all be on a list. By the way, I don't know if you guys realize this, didn't Connor crash the fuck out on, like, Chud for platforming Foodshops? Am I crazy on that? Could I find that somewhere? Someone tell me if I'm wrong on that. I could have sworn Connor, counterpoints, went and crashed the fuck out for platforming this person. You shot Destiny a message and was like, hey, you collabing with this guy? Oh, sorry, this woman? You absolutely did? Okay. Just, you know, as long as we're counting, we can count the principles, counterpoints is just throwing in the trash. Oh, to be fair on this one, he kind of already threw it in the trash because Vosh absolutely had the lolly horse porn thing, right? And counterpoints defended collabing with Vosh. But this is obviously far worse, right? Obviously far worse.
That just once right now. I think it's pretty fair to say, going on multiple live streams, saying how you want to legitimately touch kids, legitimately cuddle with kids. That's probably more of a harmful joke than a one-off obvious joke, you know, Max Striker donation. But that's just me. And then not just that. Let's listen to some of the banger lines in this little song. Shout out to Jazz Dog. Let's listen to some of the lines in this song.
Hold on, let's see.
Are you attracted to children?
Yeah.
Are you attracted to children? Yeah.
Are you attracted to lolicon?
Yes. Wait, but I do jerk off to lolicon.
I just asked. How low?
Yeah.
You jerked off too low.
Yes, but it's
And specifically low.
I said lolicon pretty pedo adjacent. Yes.
Brownie, stop being so clippable here. That's true a little bit. I just want to say, I don't know who in the cabal that we're running has like the weird juju doll that's making all of the sexually degenerate predators like go to the same place. But they're like all joining up on the same team recently. I don't know why that is. I don't know what that is. 2 hours, 25:08, timestamp for Action Man. Okay, I don't even know what that's about. We might check it out later, okay? We're doing a little Mrow content right now.
Lollicon's pretty pedo adjacent.
It is absolutely pedo adjacent.
The Foodshops person is somebody who like does a bunch of content on this stream and is incapable of conscious thought, okay? I offered them a debate on the doxing thing. They just totally turned it down. No way, apparently. Very sad. Click on this. Okay, Porterbello, this is the last time I'm trusting you, okay? If this is some anti-Jewish shit, I'm out.
I feel like, yeah, there's some people
this is some better shit,
that
okay.
talk about it, and I think some people come at it from more of a free speech perspective, and that does go to like the consumption side, and you know, there's a line there, and I don't really like that necessarily, but I think the vast majority of perspective and views on this across like the country, I mean, possession of it is illegal in the UK, it's federally illegal, I believe, in the US. I just think that society generally is so heavily weighted against it, I just don't really feel the need to like go super hard to reinforce that.
Considering the amount of other things that I see sliding, food shops, but I see them trying to start the normalization trend, talking about how they self-treated their POCD.
How's that
with
going for
lollipops.
them? Remind me, what's the public response been to that?
Overwhelmingly negative.
But you want me to reinforce that further and say, oh, guys, just to
No,
remind
you don't have to. I think it's perfectly fine if you say, don't consume it, but production of it, as long as you don't get aroused by a crime without a victim, I think it's insufficient for me. And I do think that if you took a moral frog position such as myself, you would lose a few viewers. And that's what I said, and I stand by it.
I wonder if Connor's positions have changed at all there. Well, he's basically run to the erudite thing, right? Where Connor says he has these principles, but he's not willing to do anything to act on them, right? He's never willing to do anything to enforce his principles. They're like hypothetical principles. Like in a world where, you know, I wasn't a shameless grifter, these principles could matter, hypothetically. Hypothetically. It's very interesting. This is your Red Pill King. We actually might have to watch this later. Apparently it's a good video, okay? It's a Myron Gaines video. Abba and Preach Myron Gaines video. Might have to check that out in a little bit, okay? Let's get back to the Mrow content. Let's see. He watches this. Lots of
What does
lines
this
in
mean? Yes, I jerk off to lolicon. Yes, lolicon.
What does that even mean? Production of lolly is fine if you don't get aroused by it? As in, like, you don't care that people make lolly stuff, right? You don't necessarily care, but you don't want pedophiles getting off to it or something because it might reinforce some loop. It's like a free speech issue. That's the free speech thing, right? Where you don't care if it's produced, you don't need laws against it, that kind of thing. I think Connor's saying that's insufficient for him.
Con is pedo adjacent. And yes, I consider lolicon to be drawn child porn. So food shops right here is admitting they consider themselves to jerk off to illustrated child porn. Illustrated child porn. Drawn child porn. Keep that in mind when we watch the rest of this clip.
That PL I've used.
Oh! Hold on. This is... Wait, you know what actually makes this so much better, okay? You know what makes this so much more incredible? Okay, we got this whole food shops thing going on right now. But also, just as a little aside, friend of the stream, Mantis Praise with a tweet here, okay? Apparently, tonight Destiny's kid was debating Drew Pavlu, Food Shops was watching this, and Destiny raided Food Shops. Destiny raided into Food Shops, farming Drew Pavlu, farming his son. He literally raids into an admitted small p pedophile who is farming his minor child, who's being farmed by Drew Pavlu. It's wow. That's a very interesting progression of events, isn't it? Dude. Okay, hold on. What is this? We're moving around throughout the night, okay? Moving around throughout the night. Can we even tweet about it? Do we tweet about it, or... Ladies and gentlemen.
I am a pedophile.
Cool.
I am a pedophile.
Cool.
I am a pedophile.
Cool. All right.
I am a
Yeah. You know what? That's DGG's top guy, okay? That's DGG's top guy now. It's very... it's very weird, but... Interesting choice to raid that person while they're... His food shops can end up DGG of the year. Who's the competition? I don't know. Top guy is a moniker. It's not a gender, okay? It's a moniker. Top guy. Got my top guy on it, okay? That's
It will
top
just
guy.
be your paper.
Well, hello.
Reban Ruben donated $3. This is giving I am a mongoloid.
Okay. Did
What'd you watch in the food shops?
I watched a little bit of it. Did you pull this clip? Hold on, do I got it here? Where's my chud clip?
I feel
Did you know Connor came in like moralized to Chud about platforming food shops? Did you get this bit brought in?
I saw that a couple days ago. I didn't play it on stream though. I know of it. I know that it exists.
I just think it's funny
I
watching
agree with
Connor
him.
drop another one of his principles that like he's definitely not going to do anything about this. He's just going to like, oh, that principle that, you know, my friends totally, yeah, what can you do, guys? We got to beat Trump. What do you think the actual breaking point for Connor is? I feel like this would be a fun pool to start. What do you think Connor's actual breaking point with his Destiny guy would be? Like, if this Destiny guy actually...
I don't think it's pedophilia. I think it's incest.
Well, depending on how strict you are, we might have gotten there tonight. Did you catch this one? Hold on.
Wait,
catch,
no, don't tell me.
Hold on. Did you catch this one? That Food Shops is watching Destiny's minor son debate Drew Pavlu, and Destiny raids into Food Shops while she's doing that.
Did he know?
Did he know that his son was being watched, or did he know that this person's a pedophile? I'm guessing that he knew both, but he'd probably deny both.
Bro, that's rough. Jesus. Have you seen I know it's not new, but Nate's been tweeting about it. People have been DMing him like the clip of Destiny like sucking cock and shit. It's so disgusting.
Yeah, I generally we try to keep him off the topic or off topic here, you know. Out of bounds.
My bad.
I brought it up. No, I brought it up, but it's like, yeah, I try not to talk about it because, like, it's just, yeah.
No, I won't bring. It's my bad. I apologize.
No. It's like I've seen people say that, or I've seen Destiny said that, right? Destiny's complained about that, so. Obviously, gross. Obviously, people are fucking retarded.
Yeah. No. I think it's evil. It's ontologically evil.
Yeah.
Dude, their reasoning for fucking. Just some of the shit they said. They said in when they were reading out my DM, they said, "Oh, I was being fair with my doxing take," and then immediately after they were saying I'm bad faith, and it's like, yeah, how am I both of these things? How am I both fair and bad faith at the same time? This is so. What do you mean? What do you mean?
They're actually like too stupid to understand. Like they are actually This is like the proof that it's a cult, right? The whole Destiny thing's a cult. Is like they're actually somewhat watching this person. Like this. You have no idea how badly watching this person speak to anybody who's even remotely critical of them shakes my faith in like my ability to stream. Okay, because like I built a platform, and it's like, dude, there's no way that these people would just listen to anybody, no matter how retarded they are. But it's true. There's like, dude, all those people are mostly gone from me, but like, holy shit.
I try. I think of bits in advance. I like write down notes of like things I think are funny to say. I try to be entertaining. I try to be funny. I try to like put on a semi-entertaining live stream at least. And then I see them. They literally don't react to the content. They're just playing fucking Borderlands 2 the entire time, and they get like 300 concurrent. And I'm sitting there with my like 50 viewers. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I don't like. I try, and they're just sitting there, literally freebooting content. I tried to watch. They made a video on Augie, or like a live stream segment on Augie, and literally within like I watched half of the video. I think they said 5 things. None of them were related to the content. Most of it was just them listening to it.
Oh,
they said 5 things in the first half.
Dude, I watched Stardust do that with my content, and I was just like, dude, these people gotta go. Like it's so fucking crazy. Like there's like actual arguments going on. People are making points, and instead of listening, they just like they just talk to their chat. They'll just like click random chat messages the whole time. And I understand that sometimes while you're watching a stream or while you're watching content, you get an off-topic chat message, maybe even like 3 in a row. But if you're doing it for like 30 minutes to 90 minutes and you don't comment, you comment like 10% as much on the content as you do 90. It's like 10% content, 90% chat, or just never commenting on the content. It's so fucked. Like when your comments just aren't even related.
Generally,
like,
if I find a piece, yeah. If I find a piece of content, I literally can't just like if there's literally nothing for me to talk about, I just won't watch it most of the time. Like I'll just be like, okay, I don't have anything to say. Like I agree with this completely. I don't have anything to say, or I just move on. Like I can't imagine. It's literally just like this is an example of content that is not like fair use. They're not doing anything. It's just retarded. I'm not going to make a fuss out of it or anything because that's fucking gay and cringe, but it's just like, how does this person have fucking 300 concurrent? What am I doing wrong? Do I need to be a pedophile? Do I need to be more of a pedophile? Do I need to message a 16-year-old? Like That's a joke. I would not do that. But it's just it's very confusing. I don't get it. I don't understand. I want to know what
think it's
shops you want
just
out of the content.
I think it's just somebody telling them that JSTLK's bad, right? I think that's like what it is right now, or the Queenman thing. I think, is that crazy?
They just really don't like Queenman. I know that. I don't know what their deal is with you. I think honestly they probably just don't like you because of Destiny.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's they watch like all of my content. They watch like all of it.
Dude, they're so
I'm not
retarded.
joking.
You know that
you've
you know
looked
that
at like their
offline call
channel,
you
right?
had? I did.
Yeah.
I did.
You know I did that offline call,
was
right?
recorded. Why? What was the you like gay opt you owned or something? I'm assuming.
No, I just was like gonna go play video games. I want to go play like Civ or did I play Civ or Backpack Battles? I was just like chilling. I was just like gonna chill and I was like, oh, I'll do that off stream. I'm gonna watch this and see what they say, right? And then I was like tired. I was like eepy. Went to bed. They're like, oh,
they watched
that. Do it on stream. It's like I did it in a public channel. I literally did it in a public channel explicitly so anyone could join.
I didn't watch it on stream, but I watched a bit of it. And they were like complaining the entire time. They're like, why is JSTLK not saying anything? Why is JSTLK not doing anything? And it's like, bro, it's a fucking offline call. What do you expect this guy to be like constantly like I don't know.
I was tired. I was done my stream. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to watch this anyway. I'll go and I'll log off and we'll go watch it. It's another made up dimension. It's just very funny that it's like, well, one of us is living up in a made up dimension. I would like to talk to her about it. Or about the doxing stuff, right?
Dude, they literally admitted that they would lose in a fucking debate to you. It was so fucking funny.
I'm not even a good debater.
Retarded. Oh my god. It's so mind numbing. It's so mind numbing. Like they're so like openly and honestly like retarded. Like I don't understand. I do not understand. I can't comprehend as a viewer because I watch the content too. I take part in all three of it. I watch the content, I stream, and I make video essays. I know like how it is to participate in all three of those, right? I cannot fucking comprehend how a viewer could watch that shit when they're so openly and honestly like just retarded and like inconsistent, fucking like openly lying, openly just being dishonest, and then admitting like, yeah, I think my position on doxing is so weak that I'd lose to fucking JSTLK. Not that you're a bad debater or anything. It's just like, what? Like, how can people enjoy this? How do people like this girl?
I don't know.
Rhetorical question, I guess, but yeah, I don't know.
I watched something. I watched like their Lonerbox piece or something through Dickers, right? They were watching Lonerbox. They might have even been watching me watching Lonerbox. And, like, they literally just don't understand the points being made by anyone. Like, they actually can't comprehend, like, anything being argued. It's not even... I understand why people watch, but I actually don't get... I don't know. I feel like I would have shame. I feel like if I don't understand something, I feel shame for, like, watching it and not understanding. I feel like I switch topics. They don't have any of that.
Literally,
there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like, I'll move on to something I know, and then I'll look at that other thing. Like, tonight I was going to do the Roblox stuff, and I know I have to look some stuff up for it while I'm, like, doing it. So it's like, oh, I'll save it until tomorrow. I'll save looking at it till tomorrow. There's a couple hooks for it that I'm really interested in. But for this person, they'll, like, just throw up someone else's content and, like, AFK play video games. And then, like, they'll barely hear something. They'll, like, mishear something. And then they'll just go, huh, and they'll try to make a point.
I don't know. It's very mind-boggling. So what is the what did you watch specifically? What was interesting to you about my coverage, I guess?
Oh, I didn't get that far into it. I just started watching it. I was just like, I don't know if you were... I don't even know, like, what did you think was, like, the best stuff? Because you went through Max's stuff, and I know you went through the Dickers tweets originally. Someone sent me a Queenman clip.
Towards the end, I started watching some older stuff. I was gonna watch they had two Mr. Girl call-ins. It was getting late, and I'm gonna go to bed soon, so I just ended stream. I'll do it like tomorrow or next time. I was gonna watch that, but mainly what I watched was their why they burned the bridge with me or whatever. Then I tried to watch their Augie video, and then I got donated enough money, so I started watching the. I read through their pedophile manifesto, which was epic and awesome. And then I watched their Zonia call in, where they say they self-prescribed themselves. They weren't even prescribed by a therapist. They self-prescribed themselves to jerk off to lolicon for their POCD. That was not diagnosed. So they self-diagnosed with POCD and then self-prescribed themselves lolicon. And they said this on a live stream. I just
want to say they said that on a live stream, and we also live in a world where this tweet exists. I should say this. Mantis is almost certainly gonna take this tweet down soon. If it's not gone yet, it'll be gone soon. I should save this picture. That's wild.
Did you ever watch, speaking of minors debating pedophilia or something, did you ever watch Destiny debate Lieutenant Corbus on child porn?
No.
That was an epic debate. You would enjoy that. I hope you would enjoy it. It was very funny. He debates Lieutenant Corbus, which I believe at the time was like 15 or 16, on the ethics of child porn.
Can't make this stuff up, dude. Anyone who shits on him relentlessly the way he does to others is 10 out of 10 content, giga-based. Except I'm willing to talk to people about my takes. Talk to anyone who wants to call in. But not quite the same. Could you let him talk to his stupid fucking parents about it? Jesus, dude. Yeah, I actually didn't get that far into your content. I was just like, oh, if you want to hop on, you could hop on. I was just more going to ask you, like, what you thought about doing the coverage today.
I mean, I knew roughly what they had done in the past, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's a lot like Stardust, where it's like, I know they've done some like retarded shit, but watching through it for me is just kind of like boring. So for this, when they're literally like people who I consider to be like internet friends, they're literally just like excusing their doxes or justifying their doxes. And then they try to get ahead of it basically by saying like, well, I'm burning the bridge with you. And it's like, this is so fucking gay. What's your reasoning for burning the bridge? I called you a pedophile. Let's look at your past fucking history and see if it's like justified to call you a pedophile. And then you look at their past history, and they are a self-prescribed POCD, self-prescribed lolicon. And it's like, you're mad that I called you a pedophile. It's like, no, you're mad that I like argued with you and I'm against Destiny and all this shit. Like, it's so obviously cope. You can watch it. Like, their arguments are retarded. They do the whole gay with their whole doxing argument. They try to get away from the moral argument. They're like, no, I wouldn't be surprised if this happened. And it's like, okay, we'll talk about if it's right or wrong. Like, I don't know. This is like non-engagement, pathetic.
Yeah.
Like, fucking retarded nothing. It's like, well, if you go outside, if you go outside wearing a short skirt, I wouldn't be surprised if you got raped. And it's like, okay, well, is it bad that they got raped? Is it good that they got raped? Like, talk about what is the moral, like, is it okay to do this thing? And they never touch that. They try to play it like really safe, but it's just so obviously like they don't want to
they're just they're like incredibly different arguments, and it's like, okay, so everybody who's criticizes Bad Empanada by that, like, by what you're saying, then yeah, you could expect to get doxxed, right? But it's like they would have no problem morally decrying Bad Empanada for doxing. Like, obviously, they can see it when it's somebody else. When it's somebody who's not Destiny, they would absolutely go after these people, right? You can see it. Destiny says, oh, well, there's any act against Bad Empanada is okay, right? Any act against them, that's totally fine. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I'm reading something on the side. I just got sent something. Repeat what you said. I apologize.
I'm saying that, like, they have no problem morally, like, going to the moral argument when it's Bad Empanada. Like, Destiny himself will go to the moral argument on Bad Empanada and say anything that happens to this guy is justified, right? This guy's like a morally evil actor. Anything that happens to him is justified. But they can't apply that at all to Destiny. And it's like, okay, well, that should just be telling to you, right? You can obviously say that Bad Empanada is bad. He's evil. But you can't say it about Destiny. Seems concerning.
Yeah. No, I agree. I just wish we had, like, I said this on stream too. I don't know if it'll, like, I don't remember exactly where it was. But, like, yeah, you should. I feel like doxing is one of those things where you should have, like, no exceptions for it. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking pedophile. It doesn't matter if you're, random video game streamer. It doesn't matter who you are. You should not be doxed. Internet vigilantism in that form is not helpful. It doesn't do anything. It does not provide results. It's like, if you dox a fucking pedophile, look at EDP. EDP was outed for being a pedophile like years ago, and he's still out. He's not in jail. He was never convicted of anything. Doxing anybody for any sort of reason, especially for like petty internet drama, does not do anything. It just makes you look like a fucking retard. You should be principally against doxing, no matter who it is. Like if someone's doing something illegal, go to the cops. If someone's, you know, fucking with you or criticizing you, respond to it or ignore it. If you give it attention, but your attention is to like escalate to an insane degree, is like just retarded. And like I feel like food shops of all people should be against doxing, considering their past. Again, absolutely no justification for if they're doxed. I don't think they should be doxed. But like if anybody could justify a dox on someone, it would be food shops, given some of the insane shit that they've said. So it's so confusing to me how they're like justifying it. To people who are critical of Destiny, I guess.
It's I don't know. I feel like it's fucked up because why is Hassan's like the only big creator I've really even seen mention it. Like almost nobody else cares to talk about it. Did you see SFO? SFO came into my Discord to watch the call or whatever, and then they're shit talking me in Food Shop's chat, and I'm like, I literally message him. I'm like, hey, we could like literally just talk about it. He's like, you say I like shanked him or something?
I used to like ShortFatOtaku. My IRL friend actually introduced me to him, funnily enough. But like his recent just like takes on shit. Yeah, bro, I gave a nuanced take on Destiny case and got the J-Stock shank. Feels bad, man. We were pals for a while.
Wait, how'd you see that?
He put it in Food Shops chat. I screenshotted it and sent it. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I messaged it to him. I was like, how did I shank you? He's like, I gave the most milquetoast take, and you devoted a whole segment to it. Come on, man. And the segment was calling out like the most retarded argument he had with like LEB on Twitter, where he just looked fucking stupid. And it was me just pointing out that he looked fucking stupid. Oh, fuck, I don't have my old shit. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. What's LEB's handle again? LEB again.
Here, I'll send you this. I don't think he likes me. He left me on red. You can leak. I give you permission to leak these. I don't think he wants to... He might fucking hate me and want me dead, dude. I don't know.
Wait, is it not Sleepy Devo? Sleepy_Devo. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm trying to... Let's take a look. Yeah. This is the one I looked at. That was funny. Got the J-Stock shank. Dude, I could have called him out from like any point of view, and I asked him to come on stream and talk about it, and he did not want to talk about it. What is this? Oh, ShortFatOtaku. Can you be the Destiny to my food shops? What the fuck, lol? No, I don't want to have sex with you. Not what I was getting at. Like, want to call in, Smile? Like that angel of things? That angle of things. I don't know why I said angel. Angle of things! Maybe if there's big old dramas I'm a part of. Dev just, like, kind of sits on the sideline, and then he makes, like... Yeah, I realize this. I'm sitting here, and I'm like, bro, you can just come on stream and talk about it. Like, I'm totally fine talking about exactly... If you want to talk about it, I'll pull up the thing where you said I shanked you, and we can talk through it really easily. Mantis got into a huge argument with SFO for objectifying food shops, and he admitted in that convo he was a chaser. Yeah, I literally... He could just hop on and, like, talk about any of these things whenever he wants. I don't know why he wouldn't. But I need to find the LED
now
tweets.
after you leak the DMs?
These aren't my DMs.
Well, he's leaking my DMs.
Oh, he's leaking your DMs? It's tough.
Fuck, I need to be able to find this shit. Because this was, like, so stupid. I'm trying to find his argument with LEB. Kenny's here to say food shops is winning. I know, that is Kenny's, For some reason, Kenny with these avatars that seemingly always line us up in a certain direction wants to defend food shops.
Number one problem. Number two, I am Nostradamus. I said food shop was winning like what a few weeks ago in a VC. And look what happened now.
Do you remember? Destiny. Do you remember what you? Hold on. Do you remember what you said she was winning because of?
Oh, okay. I'm just saying there's a pattern in mainstream media where people are just letting alleged pedophiles. You guys think I'm moving? I think it's a joke. I think she's. But you know, Epstein files are not coming out. You know, more lolicon VTubers by the day. I mean, it's over. It's over for kids. I mean, loss came too late. That's what I'm saying. You just have to deal with it. To take it in.
You sound like you're like laying on your tummy. You're like kicking your feet right now, dude.
Yeah, I am. It's just over.
Okay.
Hey, Krieger,
hold
what do you
on.
mean lolly avatar? This is just a big head.
This was
what?
like the thread or whatever, okay? This is the thread.
Let's see.
You know, click very off topic. Okay. Destiny legitimately has some behavior he needs to apologize for. By the way, I'll give the same take I did because it was my like reactionary take to this, right? But I thought this thread was interesting. I was like, oh, do you want to talk about this? Because like it seemed like you made some weird claims that you would never make. Like, Dev is like a smart person, and I'm like, dude, you know that you made like a totally retarded claim here, right? And I told him like, hop on stream, we can talk about it. And then I covered the stuff, but we'll just look again.
How is Pixie using the court in bad faith?
Yeah, Pixie has clearly been using the court system in bad faith, making untrue claims, using the process to silence criticism. Neither of these wash away the other, both are true. Ellie asks, what are you talking about? Dev says, I've since looked over the whole case. Destiny's far from innocent, but so is Pixie. Turns out she shared the sex tape with people behind his back as well, last I checked. Plus her actions in court have been, not great. And Ellie says, oh, so you just believe the thing Destiny completely lied about. Whatever, not worth arguing with anyone who still takes his word as gospel. Let me know if you ever break out of that. So, again, all he has to do here is show evidence of this, right? And I would say my issue with this would be that Pixie said she shared it with her boyfriend, on May 9th or something, like way before the PI hearing. And now Desi heard this in PI hearing, apparently had a vision from God that this was the big leak. This is a big game changer. Part of the documents for like weeks at that point, but whatever. If you have proof he lied, I'd like to see it. So this is basically, Dev is making a positive claim, yes? Pixie lied. Pixie lied, and she's been using this process to silence criticism. So the positive claim from Dev are these. Where is Dev's evidence? I think that's what Ellie's going to ask for. Hey, where's your evidence? And he's like, well, if you have proof he lied, it's like, dude, you realize you're taking the foundational position that what Destiny said is true, and you're asking other people to disprove it, right? You're just saying, well, Destiny's word is true, and you need to disprove it. That's not how making claims works, right? And I laid that out for him. And apparently pointing out that it's retarded to just say Destiny told the truth before seeing any evidence. Apparently that's giving him the shank. Which I don't get it at all. Did you tell him? Yeah, I literally messaged him and said, like, hey, if you want to hop on stream. Dev's mad at you for not gaslighting LEB? Yeah, I don't know. You have proof he lied. I'd like to see it. As I said, I've been looking over everything I can get my hands on, whether it's pro-Destiny or anti. He and I are not friends. I'm just interested in the truth. But he is without... So, where did you get the idea that she shared it with people behind his back? Reading the KF thread, I think. I've archived everything I've seen for a future video on the topic. If you have evidence it's wrong, send it my way and I'll archive that too. Okay, so just produce it? Why are you arguing on Twitter when you could just say, here's the evidence? He's literally saying, hey, I saved the evidence. And she's like, wait, where? Oh, I saved it. Okay, could you show me it? Clearly it didn't originate in the KF thread. I'm asking you what evidence you saw to support it. Don't fully recall, which is why I said in the original tweet, last I checked. I know I have it stuffed away somewhere, but I'm open to being wrong. What do you have? Again, positive claim. Could you just show me the evidence for what you're claiming? The funny thing here is this is what she's basically asking Dev. She's telling Dev, I think you take Destiny's word as gospel. I think you heard Destiny say this. I think you have no source for this at all. That is like a third party, like sort of objective source. You just heard Destiny say this, and you're repeating it. Which, by the way, possibly that could be true. There is a world where that's possible, right? But Dev is just believing what Pixie said. This Dev person seems like a dum-dum? They're not. Which makes me think that this is either like malicious and they won't talk about it. Like they know how stupid they sound, which is why they wouldn't get on stream to talk about it. But they're not a stupid person. This is somebody I actually like a lot of their political stuff they've done on their channel. I don't think he's malicious. I think he understands that he said something really dumb here, and he doesn't have the evidence he said he had, and he just looks stupid, right? But his actual political stuff that he's done is not bad. And it's very frustrating that he is just pretending to be retarded here. So then she says...
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, what I have is a pretty big problem because I know where it came from. A completely baseless claim from Destiny about an event about that his close friend claims he doesn't remember, which is counteracted by earlier court filings and his own words. Continue. This is why I think it's important to maintain the expectation that people who make affirmative claims against his victims should be able to substantiate them, because his strategy is clearly to damage his victims to try to shut them up and try to shut them and other victims up. I will send you what I have, but it's untenable for Stephen to be able to come out with a new smear every day and the burden to be placed on his victims, who are in an impossible position regarding defending themselves publicly, to disprove them. Dev replies, well, I don't want anybody to shut up because of what I've posted, and I don't think that'll happen. I have no reach, but I'm willing to see what you have. Thank you. No, right? Like, she literally says, oh, it's insane to make affirmative claims based on nothing, which I think she's implying that's what you're doing. And Dev goes, well, I'm happy to see what you have. Huh? Yeah, here's the thing, IzzyMandias. He's not retarded. He has to know that this is fucking insane. He has to know that this is like complete bullshit, him doing this, and his dodging of anybody on streams is exactly how you know he knows it's bullshit.
Do you remember when I met Queeman in the server and it was a argument about Dev?
Was it an argument about Dev? I thought it was it was an argument about Chugga Conroy, not Dev.
Well, I mean, Dev was a big part of it. He made one of the videos, right?
Okay.
I was trying to argue about Dev, I think.
I thought you were trying to argue about Chugga Conroy.
No, that was what the argument was about, but it trailed off because Dev made a video and I was like, this video is bad, it's shit. But then it like really wasn't.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember that part, but what were you arguing?
Oh, dude, I remember the argument happening. I don't remember my position. I know I took like a retarded position that I conceded. It was like
I don't think your position was that retarded. I think Queen was being a total pedophile in that debate.
I think for Dev specifically, because I remember this is going to be a part of whatever video I was making at the time. I was going to try to say like Dev's being bad faith. Dev's like a retard. I don't know. Something like that. Like Dev is being bad faith and like lying and misrepresenting the argument. The whole thing was basically that people were sweeping for Chugga Conroy. But I think at this point, my mind's been changed. I think the big thing for me is that it just happened like 15 years ago. So I don't really think it's sweeping. I don't really remember what my exact position was. It was had to have been. I remember. Is that a year?
Your position wasn't. It was basically just subjective. It was like a totally subjective thing. Yeah, I had to watch Queeman pull out every debate pedophile trick in the book. The mind fuck you. It was very funny. I'm sorry that I just sat back and watched, but it was he would, I think he would admit that he was just like, he was just trying to push. Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird debate. I remember that. I feel like if he doesn't know the real bases of the Pixie situation, Illy replying in this indirect, long-winded. She's not replying in a long-winded way. What's confusing here, Loki Coco? How is it not incredibly obvious what she's saying?
My favorite, like, little retard, dude. I love him.
Wait, what are you confused about here? It's a completely baseless. I think you got this from a completely baseless claim from Destiny. How about you actually back up your affirmative claims? How is that even confusing? What do you mean if they don't? Hold on. This is exactly what she's getting at. I know where your thought on this comes from. Completely baseless claim from Destiny. Yes, that's what she's saying, right? Because he asked what he got wrong. No, he didn't ask what he got wrong. He asked if she could disprove what he was saying. But she knows that there's no proof to show that what he said happened even happened. So you're asking me to disprove something where there's no evidence for it. How can I disprove something that I don't even have evidence of happened? What? You asked me to disprove something, testimony, in a sealed transcript that I can't see. How? How could I possibly do that? I'm saying that it's baseless. It's just Destiny's opinion. Anyway, sorry. All these tweets don't come off as sassy almost ever. Dude, this Ellie person... By the way, everywhere where Ellie replies to anybody around Destiny, Destiny comes in to their replies, unblocks them, replies, this Ellie person is mentally ill, beware, and then blocks them again.
W?
Who is Ellie? Who are they? Are they someone
there's just like an
important,
anti-red pill person who doesn't like Destiny to me. Or sorry, doesn't like Destiny anymore. I read the to me, never replies. See that he never replies directly to me unless I really trigger him because he knows I'll ask him questions he can't answer, like why he's been unable to confirm his friend Rose's age. Only replies to other people to gossip about me. Basically. Dude, it's so crazy that people just do this. It's like, this person's crazy, and then they don't contend with anything they say. It's so shameless.
You got a YN in the waiting room, dude. You might have a debate on your hands. Look at that.
It's, I mean, you say that, it's just going to be Kathy. Oh, it's IzzyMandias? Never mind. IzzyMandias, what's up?
Not much, man. Okay, I couldn't figure a better time to make this happen, but so there was that like update in the Pixie Destiny case that's kind of been frying my brain a little bit, and I was actually in a thread with the LEB about this, and Destiny hopped in, where Abby popped up on Twitter, and she had just gotten out of like a stint in the
yeah, sure.
in the hospital, right? And he was like saying like, "Oh, this is the star witness on Pixie's case," and he's kind of smearing her. And I was like, "You're gonna give her the lab treatment, yada yada." Just threw a snipe out like that. And he it seems to be that this was the girl who was like in Destiny's house, apparently, like took a picture at his desk.
I remember your replies. Yeah. Oh, I know. I remember. I think I reviewed your tweet and was like, "Oh, you just don't know a few of the facts there."
Yeah, and I kind of look like a dumbass for it, but that's fine. I would rather know than not know. But like,
yeah,
does that not kind of blow like a huge hole in the Pixie case? Am I like crazy here? Because like I talked to Ellie about this afterwards, and she kind of really was not happy about me, like, you know, having some reservations here. But like
you can have reservations. She says that she was sent these things. She has like contemporaneous evidence that on some date in November she was talking about being sent these things. I think of 2023, right? That she was sent these things in 2023, November 2023. I believe that's the date, the timeline. And she's at Destiny's place, I believe, months before that, maybe 2 months before that. And so it would be weird if she found this stuff. She was willing to send screenshots to Darius, and then she waited months to tell Darius about it, or anyone around him. Like, that would be the first thing that makes me think, like, apparently she was just texting things directly to Darius. What else? There's no evidence that she went through anything on his computer. Like, whatever's there, whatever's visible, sure. But, like, would he have just had, like, all of his shit, like, open and out on his computer? And then, did he leave this person with his computer for all of this time? Like, did he...
Yeah.
Because, as far as I know, like, if you've got a bunch of, like, super sensitive shit on your computer, why would you be leaving your computer, like, open with this person there?
Well, Destiny's it's a dumbass and has a history of this. Remember the Denims situation where she got left alone in his apartment with some other dude that she fucked, and like he was like, this was actually one of the biggest like possible security leaks that I might have ever had, and you know he apparently has a history of this, but like that's not really an excuse. It's not an excuse, but you know he could just be like, oh, I was a dumbass, which is probably going to be his defense. But the other thing is like there's it would be weird for her to like sit on this stuff for, you know,
also
a year and some change, right? Until like November.
She messaged friends about it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, yeah, right. She didn't, but the leak.
It's like 2 months, not a year later, right? It was so she talked about it a year before the leaks happened. Also, where would the Pixie video have been that it would apparently be at like the top of his, like, would it be at the top of his drive or the top of his like messages? Where would she have found the Pixie video there? Because they say, I think he says like, the second person on my Discord list is Cherry. It's like, okay, let's say hypothetically that was possible. That it was like, right there, she clicked into that and saw it, right? Say hypothetically that's possible. Where did she learn about the Pixie video from?
Right, it had to have actually been sent to her, is what you're saying?
Well, it would have had to be sent to somebody, or like, did he not check any of his shit when he found out this person was on his computer? Did he not check to see where his like history went? Did he not like? There should be so many things that he could have gone and looked at that would have made things make some kind of sense.
Yeah, no, it's just when I started hearing about that, I started to get really worried for Pixie's side in the case, because it's like, I don't know how you make this work for a judge and like a jury, because the whole arguments about like, is it going to be at the top of the drive? I'm like, I don't know if this is going to come across, how this is going to come across to a judge or whatever. How do you like argue?
Well, I think you would have to say, so basically, did you have the Pixie video on like your desktop or something, right? Mm-hmm. Is that what you're claiming? You had it like sitting on your desktop or some shit? Like, where did you have it that it was such that it was like out for somebody to find? because that's what this whole case is about, right? The Pixie video. And then I would just say, what proof do you have? Like, beyond, so she didn't know anything was getting leaked. When she thought she could say anything to people, she said, oh, he sent me this, right? He sent it via some link. So she didn't know that there was any case when she said this, right? She has these logs from 2023, 2023, where she's saying this to people. Why would she lie there? She'd already openly told Darius she was at his computer. She'd already taken pictures of the diary, apparently shared them with Darius or something, like apparently Melina's diary or something. Why would she now lie about this?
Right. Yeah.
I actually don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I can't claim to know either.
So
yeah,
I would
like
just say that there's proof she knew about it. There's proof she was on Destiny's computer, but I don't have any reason to think that she went through his computer personally, or that she went through, or that, like, I really have no reason to think that he would have left her alone with his computer for that long, to tell you the truth. He says he did. I don't believe it. I don't believe him, right?
Yeah.
Got a bunch of sensitive shit on his computer. I don't believe that, but I mean, maybe somebody would believe that. In any case, I see no reason to believe that she took something off of his computer. Also, if she mentions going through his computer at all, shouldn't it be in those DMs? Why wouldn't you just send me that entire DM scroll, right?
Yeah, that should be everything. Yeah, Darius, because like it's like if somebody was arguing this, like if she had sent stuff to Darius, then Darius would have it. He would be able to produce proof of that. He would be able to actually present that to Destiny. Destiny could present that in court for sure, but she never did that. We get this is kind of, and I mean I know that this is a case that's basically kind of built off of a lot of like whimsy, like that. It's kind of built off of some like screenshots from a lot of different like online services, but that does feel like even just the two screenshots of just like her in front of the computer and then saying big leaks incoming can kind of be like flimsy connection that she just the thing that she decided to leak had to have been
yeah, oh right, it says big leaks incoming. If that means something, then show me the big leaks. If that doesn't just mean I'm leaking like his dashboard right here, then show me the big leaks, show me the rest of the DMs. But he doesn't, right? Because that's as good as it gets.
Yeah, that's really all it is. There should be something there, but especially because Darius is still Destiny's boy, so it should be something. Yeah.
I covered this on stream when you went over it, and I remember that. I think that's what I said. Is like, if there's big leaks incoming, then show me the rest of the DMs where those big leaks happen. Mm-hmm. If there's nothing else there, then like, okay, then I don't believe you.
Those are kind of my thoughts, but yeah, I wanted to talk about that because I was completely blindsided by that, and if like I don't know, that still worries me that like the jury is going to see that like Abby is somebody who like infiltrated Destiny's, like not infiltrated, but like was in Destiny's home alone with his computer, and like they might just be like, oh, she's a crazy woman who like got it, dug through his computer and found his shit and sent it to herself.
Why
like,
is he? Hold on. Why would he let a crazy woman on his computer to do all that shit?
Well,
why would he leave her alone in there? I don't know. Like I don't know. I just don't think. Man, maybe. In any case, I think this. In any case, I think it survives summary judgment. And honestly, if it comes down to, if they don't find anything via discovery, and it comes down to what evidence is there, including like this stuff, I don't think you find Destiny guilty on those charges. Like that would just be my opinion, right? Like as it is. So if you cannot find actual evidence via the subpoenas that he sent the video after the Cardi date, then I don't know that you can find him guilty on balance of probability. But I don't think the Abby screenshot really changes that much for me. It's just like, well, I don't actually have any evidence. I have no evidence that this has actually been transmitted after the date. I only have innuendo. And unfortunately, like I just don't think even balance of probability wise I could. There's probably an argument. It'll come down to possibly a jury if they go to trial, right? Where it's like, well, there's the contemporaneous evidence with there's the contemporaneous evidence, but also it just seems spooky. Sorry, there's contemporaneous evidence, but it seems spooky that she's like on the computer. But also like just that, man, I don't know. It's so fucked that a year beforehand she knows multiple names that are not leaked until way later. That's crazy to me. I just, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Yeah,
it's not like she was just guessing and missed, right?
Right. Yeah, that's kind of what hindered.
Izzy.
Yo, what's up, Mrow?
What do you say to the admission of guilt that he gave? I'm like,
Oh yeah, the cope I've been getting from, and I've been a few group chats or like had a few DMs with people who are like really hardcore. Like they claim to not watch Destiny anymore, but they're definitely still DGGers. Who make it seem as though the admission of guilt, is not so much an admission of like, oh, I betrayed your trust in that I sent the DMs, to that I sent I sent this explicit content to other people. The admission of guilt was about the fact that like there was obviously a breach in like in his computer, or like somehow somebody got into his shit, and it meant that like Pixie
no,
got
he doesn't claim that. No.
Yeah.
But he
So
doesn't.
straighter-
But no. He signed an affidavit that says I sent it to this person.
Mhm.
And the affidavit, like I believe, doesn't say non-consensual. I believe he says with implied consent. Like I thought I could send it to this person, which makes this statement not make any sense. If he sent it and he admits sending it with what he believes was Pixie's consent, right? Then hey bitch, lol. I know I violated your trust in the worst way ever, but here's some money, have fun. That makes no sense, right? So he's just lying. He's like transparently lying. This totally contradicts everything. This was him when he thought he could contain it, right? He's not saying this because he's not saying it because of anything. Unfortunately, like he's just gonna say, well, actually, now I'm under oath and now I have to tell the truth. But no, you're telling the truth here when you thought this stuff wouldn't get leaked anywhere. Obviously.
That's the problem. There's this court case has got so many like it's gotten ropey enough and it's been going on long enough that there's enough like screenshots that it all gets a little jumbled. But the admission of guilt is what made me just be like, well, that's it then, isn't it? Like fuck this guy, 8-9 months ago when this first all kind of went down.
Yeah.
But the cope that I got immediately after that thread, like that, because Destiny hopped in, so it caught a lot of DGG eyes, obviously. Was just like they would say to me, the admission of guilt was just about like him feeling bad that somehow he allowed his OPSEC to get bad enough that like somebody was able to gain access to his explicit content, and that was the violation of trust, which seems like a load of horse shit. But
yeah, I mean, he's literally signed a sworn statement that says, I mean, statement under penalty of perjury. Okay, that says I sent it to this person.
Yeah, it's really, really stupid. A lot of this, again, yeah, I know it's probably annoying to like rehash some of this older stuff, but it's like, yeah, it's just hard to keep a lot of it straight in my head. And I have like several, like I'm arguing, like fighting for my life, dealing with like DGGers who are just sort of like have all his arguments down pat. Like,
I assume they're your friends. They could always just call in, and I could be very gentle with people, okay? They always just call in. It's like no problem.
They don't even want me in here. They don't even want me talking to you. I was saying like, this is an interesting thought that I hadn't, considered. Maybe I should talk to JSTLK about it, and we can kind of hash it out. I've been wanting to do this for several nights, and they're like, no man, don't even bother giving him the content. It's just gonna get you like docs, and it's just gonna you're gonna end up on fucking Kiwi farms, bro. I'm like, what do you think these people are? Like, they talk about you as if you're a snark community. Like, snarking, you know how that's become like a slur now, basically?
Yeah.
And like, this is like, they treat you as a snark community. They treat you as the kind of community, like the same people who sent skulls to Ethan Klein's fucking front porch. That's the way that a lot of these guys who defend Destiny, they literally said that. They literally think that you're that type of
I just think,
community.
Sure. Like a key part of like the being like, oh, these snarkers are so fucking crazy. A key part of this is taking all negative actions that's ever happened to the person who's like the object of derision, like Ethan, taking all bad things that have ever happened to him and trying to assign all blame to everybody in that. It's like a RICO case, right? If anybody does something, everybody else who's like even remotely negative of Ethan is responsible for that. Denim's sent the skulls. Denim's called CPS. Frogan called CPS. Frogan sent the skulls. They're all responsible, right? They all contribute to the environment, so they're all responsible in the same ways. And that's obviously retarded, right? And that's just anybody who tries to undertake that narrative, anybody who tries to project that narrative is only trying to silence criticism. They're mad that people are criticizing them, and so they're trying to lump in the crazy people who are criticizing them with the normal people who are criticizing them. Pirate Software did this, right? Pirate Software constantly showed his messages from people who are like, oh, I think you should be scared to go outside. And he's like, this is why you can't come in my chat and say Managem, okay? You say Managem in my chat, you feel people like this. And it's like, no, they don't. That's insane. These are entirely separate groups of people. There's no evidence that they coordinate in any way whatsoever, other than they have one shared attribute. It's like they think you're fucking annoying, or they think you're a fucking degenerate loser. They think you're a degenerate loser, like sexual predator in the case of Destiny, right? That's the only connection that exists here. So anyway,
it's just so insane to me because like first off, it's the webbing technique that Destiny literally highlighted that Hassan does to other people, and he's doing it now. You pointed that out before, and like when I ask them like and I think I talked about this in your chat like a couple nights ago or something about like the claim that like somehow you are showing like his kiwi farm on the stream, and that you're like somehow leading people to his Kiwi Farms thread, where not only his docs is at, but a bunch of his friends' docs is at, and his explicit content, and Pixie's explicit content, and Cherry's explicit content is. And I'm like, what is the proof of that? Like, where is it? And the response is always just, dude, they have made a giant hate community against him. Like, can you really not understand? And this is like, can you really not understand what, like, see how they would be leading people to the Kiwi Farms thread? And I'm like, that's not proof. And I was like flabbergasted because food shops employed the exact same arguments. They literally all have the exact same marching orders. You have a community that hates him, so you must be leading them to the Kiwi Farms thread somehow. They literally go so far as to explicitly claim that you are just showing his Kiwi Farms willy-nilly on stream or whatever, or just like leading people to it despite not having any proof of it. And it's like literally just because you guys have like you and Queeman.
But the funny thing is, Well, the funny thing is Destiny, Willie Mac, these people actually do the things that they say, right? They actually show the Kiwi Farms page, show how to find the either the sexual content or like the non-consensual sexual content, or they find ways to show like or they're driving people towards like docs of his friends and shit. Destiny does this all the time. Destiny loves to do this. It's called negative polarization. Okay. We call this, you're trying to negatively polarize people back towards you. So essentially, if you get, in Destiny's mind, if you get doxxed in that thread and you're one of his friends, he's going to tell you about it. He's going to tell you these people are attacking you, right? Because he wants you to be drawn closer to him. This is almost certainly why he went after Willie Mac the way he did, okay? Sorry, not went after. Why he continues to like undercut Willie Mac. He's going to make Willie Mac look even more retarded to his commentary friends, so that Willie Mac's only bridge, only connection to anybody professionally will be Destiny, right? That's why he goes and the criticisms of Willie Mac that he's really shirking against, that he's really upset about, is you're just a Destiny dick suck. You're a Destiny dick rider, right? And what choice does he have but to be a Destiny dick rider when Destiny opens up his fucking video and goes, yeah, I sent Willie proof of this, and like I gave him the exact narrative that he's doing right now. Yeah, like I told him this exactly. It's like the exact. Here's what I DM'd him, and he reads off like Willie's exact thesis for why people are doxing him, right?
Yep. Yeah.
That's Destiny saying I gave you your narrative exactly, and he understands that is totally cutting Willie's legs out in his current community, right?
Yeah.
Because the only place he'll have to stand up after that is the DGG community.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a little gross to see, and it's like guys like Nick Diorio, no hate towards him to be fair, but like
full fucking hate towards that fat retard, dude.
I did.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I get it.
Sorry.
I get it. I understand. Yeah, no, he's like, he hasn't spoken up on this for a reason, or has dedicated what was it like 6 to 10 minutes of one stream to it. Is because he sees this, he knows this. He's not I know you hate him, Mrow, but he's not a stupid guy. he understands.
No, he's not.
exactly
He
what's
knows.
happening.
He's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. I just think what he's doing is cowardly.
Yeah, it is. I think it really is. Fuck my.
He 1000% understands what is going on with Destiny and Willie. He is trying to stay out of it as to not fuck like whatever his money machine is, which right now is like the Ethan shit.
Can I ask you, Mrow? Why has nobody tweeted? I just explained to you what Destiny's doing with Willie. Why is nobody tweeting the clips of this? I didn't get a chance to do it. I'm not on Twitter that often, and my shit's super astroturfed by DGGers. But like, it's really obvious that Destiny just gave basically wants people to. This is the thing. Destiny wants us to make a big deal out of it, but also we should make a big deal out of it. Unfortunately, we have to do the exact thing that he's trying to do as well, right? Because unfortunately,
if I were Destiny and I saw you or other people around you tweeting out clips, I would probably say, all these people are like schizophrenic retards. Like, why would you even bother listening on? Like, they're conspiratorial losers. Obviously, I'm going to tell Willie, like, if he gets doxxed, like, that's insane. Obviously, I'm going to try to protect this guy, even if he's, critical or whatever. Or he'd probably just do like plausible deniability, stuff like that, I would assume.
Well, and also think about this is like a big part of like Destiny's strategy and has been for a while. Like, if you draw the ire of DGG, like, it's ass. Like, I'm sorry, but LEB to this day, anything she said, like you said, anytime she comments anything, like especially if she replies to Destiny, she has DGG on her ass. Like, constantly, even for stuff that is completely unrelated to him. Like, she, like, there's almost no positive to having to speaking out and then ending up with a bunch of those retards in your fucking replies, shitting up your, like, reply section and, like, blowing up your notifications and shit. It's like, it's not something that, it's not a good feeling. I can't necessarily blame anybody for not wanting to, like, speak up or speak out. Like, it would be the right thing to do. But like, and it's the sort of the same reason it kind of, to broaden things here, it's like, it's kind of the same thing that I think is kind of happening with all of the leaks that have happened with like explicit content. Like a lot of these women probably full well know that Destiny has like leaked their shit or has leaked shit to them that they know is not consensual, like was shared non-consensually. But like, if they speak out about it, they're going to end up getting the treatment that like Abby is now getting and that Pixie is now getting. Like, they don't want to do this. And it used to just be Destiny's community would be on someone's ass that when he disagreed with them, and then like they had talked shit about Destiny, that was fine, because like, whatever, you came at a big creator, you kicked the hornet's nest, now you have a bunch of DGGers kind of shitting up your replies, whatever. But now it's like literally harassment and intimidation to keep people silent about things that people should be speaking up about. And that's kind of sickening.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Anyways, this fucking guy kind of grosses me out now. It's really funny that he can have a grandstand about somebody else looking at his kiwi farms when he's literally looking at it to the tune of like thousands of viewers. Like, you're not really any better. But anyways, I should get out of you guys' hair. But it was I'm glad I got to talk to y'all about it.
Yeah, it's just goofy, but yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
by the way, just tell your friends, like, that's literally not true, and they can just hop on whenever they want.
I'll tell them the Milkrow, they probably never will, because they I cannot overstate the hatred they have for you. They do not they see that you as somebody that, like, if they feed content to or whatever, it would be like, it's just like a terrible thing. They see you as just like, yeah, it's wild to me. Like, you've become like a pariah to them in the wildest way.
I think so. Like, that's pretty much like how a cult would function, right? I understand that they that's basically what it's come down to, is they've identified that speaking to anybody with like an IQ above room temperature makes them look stupid, and so outside opinion is to be like eschewed entirely.
Yeah, I mean, foodshops realized it pretty quickly, right? Like, she had 2 back-to-back debates with 2 people who can actually function in a conversation and actually think through these things. And she looked like a retard in both of them. I fully believe that, like, after the second debate, Destiny probably hopped in her DMs and was like, okay, listen, you need to let either me or somebody else handle these conversations. You're not
I don't think so. I don't think he'd be caught dead like DMing somebody what to do, right? I don't think he'd be caught dead doing that.
I don't believe that. I think Food Shops is dumb enough to debate and look stupid in a debate. Food Shops is smart enough to realize when they're in a losing battle and to stop.
Right. Yeah. No. I hear that. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. It was just so. Those were just so two just like back to back, unbelievable. I could not believe what I was watching. Like it actually really was just like to hear somebody so like clearly and lay out just like, well, yeah, if he's mad enough at you, he's gonna dox you. Like if you're pissing him off enough, he's gonna dox you. And I'm like, what?
Mrow just pointed this out tonight too. That like that's not the argument at all. That's like not what anybody should be talking about. It's like, okay, what should the penalty be for him not being able to control his emotions? Like, what is the moral wrong? Like, how severe is the moral wrong, and why is it morally wrong? Nobody cares. Like, right? Oh fuck. There are other examples of this, right? Like, if you yell the hard R in a room full of black people, I would expect you to potentially face like some physical consequences for that, right? In a room full of people, you just have no respect. You scream that word out. It's possible you get hit or something, right? I could expect that. Doesn't make it okay for you to get hit, right? Doesn't make it okay for somebody to punch you in the face or something. Like it's like that, right? It doesn't matter. It's like that in that's a more extreme example, right?
Yeah.
Shut up, Babka. That's a more extreme example, but like it doesn't matter if somebody's just talking. You have the right to like actually try to hurt them.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it became more like the bias became more like nakedly obvious when you got workaround towards like Keffels, which Food Shops I think is the one who brought up first anyways. But it just makes it more clear. Like the only real difference there is that Kiwi Farms was, being pinned on Destiny, and now Keffels it's no longer like Keffel's the one who's pointing at Kiwi Farms, pointing at people who use Kiwi Farms. It's Destiny. Like there's really no difference there. It's just that the mind virus is just like so. Yeah, I don't know. It was really blackpilling to watch. It was pretty fucked up, but I don't know.
Yeah, there's some other interesting pieces of evidence there, but I'm trying not to do quite as much of this. Obviously, the Food Shop stuff and the doxing stuff, like I'd love to do content on it. It's just trying to like diversify a lot right now. Trying to do some of the Ice Poseidon community stuff and bounce around, trying to do like diverse content.
Yeah, no, it's a thing it's a thing that you've already done the content loop on that. I totally feel you. But yeah, thanks for talking, guys.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
I would really love to talk to your friends though. Like literally, like borderline that I would almost consider doing it offline. But like, I don't know. I just like, dude, I feel like so many people are like, I feel like they know they're totally in the wrong.
If they join the Discord, you'll do it offline.
About it. Yeah, I mean, we could just do it in like a Discord call. I would love to do it with people in just like a Discord call again.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I can probably think of at least one who I could probably like convince to have this conversation, because she argues so vehemently against me, like or pro in favor of Destiny, really, or really against like the people who go after him, which is just how they mask being huge DDG people. But yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah, it was good talking, guys. Y'all have a good rest of the stream.
Yeah, you too. Well, I actually think we're technically done with the stream here, so I think we're gonna sign off after this.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, it was a good stream. So yeah, man. Y'all take it easy.
Loved it.
Nice night chats. See you later, Mrow. Later, Kenny. Y'all take it easy.
Good night.
Yeah.
See ya.